Welcome to Our Girl Relationships. We talk about the problems people face in their day-to-day lives. Let's start with the video. This is as magical as it sounds it is, and honestly, I myself, who is typing this whole thing into a post, doesn't believe this happened. Like, if I see a random post on Reddit like the one I am about to make, I would literally think some teenage girl wrote a fan fiction about her favorite boy band and someone else copy pasted it here, and I am okay with no one trusting in me. But this is completely post worthy in this sub, so yeah, less goo. I'm a 27-year-old man who was single until 3 days ago. Now I'm engaged overnight to the most beautiful and kind woman in the world, who also is the queen of my hearts. Please excuse my corny ass. I am so happy. I drank to celebrate and I get talkative. Now that I don't have anyone else in my hotel room, I'll be talking here to everyone. Excuse my politically incorrectness because I don't care about anything else except for me getting married and having 3 cute kids and falling more deeply with this woman whom I am already madly in love with. My fiance is 28. Of course, a woman, laugh out loud because I said that before. I love how I'm feeling right now, and I have the Sway With Me song playing in the background, and I miss her again. And wait, am I blabbering again? I'll continue saying what happened. So, me and her have been together since we were 14. We were each other's every firsts, and we were like soulmates. If you want to find me, then look for her kind of soulmate, and we have so many memories together, like I can't even name them all. And the best part of our relationship is we have been each other's best friends since forever. And that's the best part. I remember our first kiss in her room because she wanted to practice before her date with this other guy. And that was also our first date. Her date ditched her and she was crying her eyes out. So I took her to McDonald's. It was the best. And you know what we did after getting engaged? Went to McDonald's and had a ton of junk food. Then I remember prom. She looked so perfect, and that was the day we actually knew how we want each other forever and are willing to do anything for that. We both went to the same college and stayed together as roommates, and those were the best years of our lives. Even if we had so much more responsibilities, we just felt it was the best thing to happen, honestly. Every time something happens, no matter how minor the crap is, I just fall in love with her without questioning anything. But we had our bad times too. We were also apart, and that's how all these things happened. After college, I moved to Florida because I got a job there. The job was really good, and I would have taken a huge hit in my career if I wouldn't have accepted that job. So I chose to follow my dreams. And then we had to do long distance, and that was the whole cause of us breaking up. The thought itself makes me cry. It's the alcohol. I was really heartbroken when we had to part our ways. We had no reason to hate each other or have a bad blood between us, so we decided to remain friends and we thought that was it for us. And we have no future anymore. And like that 8 months went by and she had already started seeing someone else because she wanted to move on and use that guy as a rebound. She sounds like the bad guy, but we all are bad guys in someone's story. So whatever she didn't make the best choice of being by herself, but rather chose a really bad way to get over me. But it's okay. Everyone has a different way of dealing with pain. I love her and I'll forgive her for everything, and it's okay whatever happens. It doesn't matter. So yeah, let's forget it for now. It hurts though, so they dated and decided to get married. So yeah, from the title, you can see that she was getting married to someone else, and of course, I was invited for it. And I didn't go because I was still in love with her and couldn't see her being with someone else, and she was getting married. So I decided I would skip her marriage, leave her a voice message congratulating her and telling her my last final goodbyes, and then completely get over it. Cut every relationship with her because I can't play this game of pretending that I'm not madly in love with, and I would never be okay with seeing her live our dreams with someone else. I can't just imagine myself not crying, screaming, and throwing up while she kisses someone else when she's asked to kiss the groom, and if she names her kids by the same name that we decided to give our kids. It would all break me, and standing there and pretending that it's okay is something I will be incapable of doing. I'm really heartbroken again, thinking of that time as I lie down here alone by myself. I can't believe that it actually got better, and now we're back being together again and more in love with each other. After I left, I exactly don't know what happened there, but according to my wife, she just never felt connected to that guy and didn't feel comfortable with him anyways. It was just done for the sake of getting over me and nothing else. She's better than that, but I keep on consoling myself. We all make mistakes, so let her learn and grow from it. But yeah, I would be lying if I say that I'm not hurt. My friends informed her that I won't be coming back around anymore, and I think that thought of losing me forever in every way just made her come back to me. When I switched my phone on the next day, I had 1,000 texts, and everyone was asking for my location. I was actively shitposting on private account, and I forgot to remove one mutual who was going to the wedding. We live in different cities, and I vacation in one nearby of a place where she was getting married. So I wake up hungover and get a call that my bride is here to get me. I was like, if this is a prank from my brother, this ain't funny to me. I mean, in reality, she was being a bride to someone else, and here I was being told my bride came to me. After I was told to come down, I freshened up and went down because what if my bride is really there? To my surprise, I actually see my friends and my lovely girl standing there waiting, and she runs into my arms and tells me she is sorry. And she left the wedding, and everyone was like giving mixed signals. It was confusing for my broken heart. And one of my friends asked me, why didn't I show up for my own wedding? And I was like, what is going on here? Then they made me sit down and explain to me that my wife couldn't bring herself to get married to someone else and ran away from the wedding and called the marriage off and traveled the whole night in the car with my friends to come get me so we can get married. What in the rom-com world is this? I thought I was high and pinched myself. The pain felt real, and we went back to my room. They all freshened up one by one and explained the whole situation. At night, we got engaged, and she arranged the whole thing. We have yet to make a solid plan for this relationship to work, but we don't care. We love each other. I'm married. I can't believe it myself that I am freaking married to the girl of my dreams, and I am so happy. We got married in a small chapel with our family and friends around us. I had the best time of my life and enjoyed so much, and we felt so much better together. We have agreed and decided how we are going to maintain our relationship, and what we have planned is option A, she will try getting a job in my city. Look, I earn more money and she doesn't really, and is interested in working and is just doing it for the sake of not getting bored at home, so it doesn't really make a difference to us. Financially, me working is well enough for both of us, and I have a feeling this will work out. Plan B, she quits permanently and I become the breadwinner of our family, and for me this is more better, but I will let her decide and play the cards in on this one. But option B is just simply suitable, and as she is a writer, she should be able to work from anywhere. Like her job only requires her, so it doesn't really matter. I am the one who has to be around people and deal with them. That's all, honestly. And about the guy, he assured me that they didn't even kiss once and said that he knew my wife was not into him, but he liked her so much that he just wanted to be with her no matter what, and he ended up agreeing to her for marriage. He said he knew sooner or later that was ending in divorce, but boys and their desperate asses. 2 years of marriage later, I am making this post, and the more I read the post, the more I cringe to myself. I tried my best writing that, and the alcohol was strong that night, and I was happy for everything that happened. It was really difficult, and we had our fair share of times when we wanted to give up, and that really made us come even closer. We are even thinking of having kids now that she has freedom to work from anywhere and has found a really nice publisher. So we are totally good, honestly. The plan B worked, and we had a really new beginning, and this whole thing still feels like we're both 14 years old, and we are completely in love, like two stupid teenagers, and everyone actually quotes us on this. Right now, she's sleeping beside me because she was busy setting up her studio and was really tired. I came across a notification and thought, let's drop an update. We are good, and I think that's the most important thing. The start part of the story seemed really unrealistic, but the second part was like every other love story of ordinary people, and yeah, it does require a crap ton of work. All the best for both of you. I will write a book about this, and as your wife is a writer herself, tell her to write a book. I'm a 26-year-old female, and my parents divorced when I was 2. My mom married my stepdad when I was 5, while my bio dad married my stepmom when I was 9. Bio dad is still in the picture. I used to spend the weekends there until I turned 13, and then I only saw him at summer, winter breaks until my 18th birthday. He's not abusive, but he has two stepchildren and two bio kids who we also took care of. So one-on-one time with him was pretty much a no. My stepmom used to force me to share everything with her kids, and she used to call me selfish and bratty whenever I begged my dad for time alone. His side was just draining. That's why I stopped going there as soon as I could. Too much noise, too many people. I was either shoved with all of them to a van to do things his stepchildren wanted to, or straight out ignored. I think my breaking point was when I turned 14 and he came late, 3 hours late, to my birthday because his children just didn't want to come and he didn't have the heart to come alone. My mom and stepdad, who I consider my real dad, were totally different. I have just a one step brother from his side, and things are just simpler and happier. My stepdad was always there for me. He's the one who taught me how to drive, self defense. He was there hanging the balloons with me 2 hours before at the same party my bio dad arrived so late. I'm getting married in 4 months, and yesterday I went to my bio dad's house to inform him he was not going to walk me down the aisle. I'm his only daughter, and that my stepdad would be the one doing it. He asked why, and I just came clean. I said he wasn't my dad. He hasn't been it in a long time, and that I was beyond tired of pretending he was. I felt guilty for so long, but this moment was supposed to be about me and the people who truly loved me. And I would rather have no one walk me down the aisle than him because he wasn't a real dad for me. He cried, like fully cried, and asked what he did wrong, and I actually gave him a few examples of the many times he failed me. I said he was welcome to come, but that my decision was final. He asked for a compromise, like the two of them walking me down or some, but I said no. On my way out, my stepmom caught me and called me the biggest AH because I was robbing my bio dad of a moment he has dreamt of for years. I just shrugged and said that if that's what she believes, then she was welcome to skip the wedding. I'm sure of what I did, but it left a bad taste in my mouth. Your NTA. Also, I want to ask, are you my husband? Haha. He went through what you went through. He calls his stepdad dad and considers his stepsisters and his mom family. Because family is more than just about whose blood you share. It's about who makes the effort to the people you care about. As far as I'm concerned, your stepfather is your dad, plain and simple. He put in the work. He gets the reward. NTA, why should he get the spot reserved for the person who has been there the most? Biodad has consistently proven she is not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but last is almost everything. Sometimes even an afterthought. He's been dreaming of a moment for years while his daughter has spent years dreaming of him actually giving a crap. No, NTA, your wedding, your day, your rules. If they don't like it, don't come, just like you haven't for the majority of my life. My sister started dating a 45-year-old man when she was 20. My parents strongly disapproved and my sister angrily moved out. She went completely no contact with our parents but had slight contact with me through Facebook. 3 years ago, she came home to our parents as it turned out that her boyfriend had been cheating on her with an even younger woman. My parents immediately took her in until she found a job. After that, she moved again and for some reason stopped contacting mom and dad. Suddenly, out of the blue, she sent us invitations to her wedding some time ago. Now, her wedding was on the date of my daughter's 10th birthday. We had decided to celebrate it in a big way for a really long time, and I absolutely was not going to back off on this. My parents begged me to go to the wedding with them and that my daughter's birthday could be celebrated a few days later, but I denied. I also didn't like how easily my sister just drifted away and didn't even have the decency to contact our parents after she no longer needed them. But the main reason I refused to go was that my daughter didn't deserve this last-minute change of plans after being excited for her birthday for almost a month. So my parents went to my sister's wedding alone. I didn't even have her phone number, just her email address as it was printed on the invitation cards, so I simply mailed her 2 days before the wedding with a short and impersonal message explaining why I couldn't come. A week after the wedding, my sister called me and said that she was upset that I was putting on a birthday party, something that comes every year above her special day, the day she wanted to spend with family. I lost it and proceeded to tell her how she had continually hurt our parents with her actions and that they were very forgiving. I also told her that I stopped considering her family after she did not even bother to call after moving out the second time. She was very upset and started crying. I'm clouded by my emotions right now, and I don't know if I am in the wrong. AITA? Thank you for all the thoughtful responses. Fortunately, my sister didn't get married to that cheating old man. Her new husband is really nice, according to mom and dad. NTA, sister is treating you and your parents like accessories to be hauled out whenever there is a dress up event. You owe her nothing. I'm glad you don't sound mad at your parents for going and possibly not attending the birthday party. It is hard, I would imagine, to not be hopeful that a child is reaching out with unselfish intentions after being treated the way you have all been treated. Your parents will need you when she puts them back on the shelf. NTA, your sister hasn't been part of the family for quite some time and then expects everyone to suddenly put her first when she resurfaces. As a parent, your daughter's event should come first over your sister's drama. Children may say they understand, but if you were to jump through hoops to accommodate your sister's event, someone who's basically a stranger to your child, over your daughter, it would send the wrong message to your daughter. And at her age, she may not be able to have the reasoning perspective of an adult. So it would be a hurt that she would carry for years. You were spot on with your sister in her phone call. She has treated your parents hurtfully and needed to be called out on it.